Mother speaks.
I am Great Mother, Holy Spirit, Yin, Divine Mother, Cosmic Womb, Deep Space, the Moon, Dark Matter. Welcome, Capricorn Moon people, to your October full moon reading. Whether you are using the tropical Aries full moon or the Jyotish, the Vedic astrology moon in Pisces, really matters very little. Great Mother connects to us where we are vibing right now, which is all the time. So, basic distinction is that you want to know what that is for you. So if you know your Western moon sign, then that's great. If not, there's a link below. If you would like to know your Vedic moon sign, and you want to know it if you are 28 years of age or older, or you feel that you are living according to your soul desire for most of your daily thoughts, attitudes, and behaviors. Okay, so if you are someone who is highly sensitive and intuitive, or an empath who is compelled to live that way in order to stay in some type of healthy, happier, whole equilibrium, well, then you want to know your Vedic moon sign. Also, if you have already established roots on this planet, that's really good to know. A simple calculation for you, if you already know your moon sign, is just to subtract 24 days. Go to the calendar and go back 24 days, which is roughly 24 degrees, which is the difference. Vedic astrology is more not astrologically, but what is it? The name is astronomically, yes, there we go, more accurate. It's more cosmically accurate because it's based on the actual placement of the stars and the planets, whereas Western astrology or tropical astrology is more earth centric. It's more earth oriented. So there's the sidereal and Western in a nutshell for you. Great Mother connects to us again either way. For Capricorn moon signs this month, Great Mother is coming to you in this full moon, harvest moon, hunter's moon in the northern hemisphere. In the southern hemisphere, we're talking about planting season. Again, either way, we're being connected to our actual thoughts, feelings, and consciousness as it relates to crossing a threshold. Great Mother is coming directly through, and she's acknowledging that Capricorns who have come through this year and are now at the harvest season, releasing what no longer serves you, or separating the wheat from the chaff, or actually getting clarity about what this year has meant for you and settling in for a long winter's night. You are crossing a threshold into another way of being based on this awareness. If you're planting seeds, you're coming out of that long winter's night, and you have held your seeds back. You've held the wheat seeds back, and you've already thrown away the chaff months ago, and you're ready to reseed. And so that's the threshold you're crossing. Great Mother's coming through, and she is saying that this is a very instinctual feeling that you're having. This is a very gut grounded awareness that you're having, that you're actually going into another world. That's the threshold that you're crossing into. It's almost like you feel like you're going into a whole nother dimension based on the mysteries that you've been learning about yourself, the divine knowledge and awareness that you have gathered about yourself over the long winter's night, or over the long year that has this huge build up into the fall release. You have been very active emotionally. Your moon has been very activated, of course, coming out of the eclipse, that Leo eclipse, and we are still in the aftermath of that. But for you, particularly Capricorn, as you are looking at the illumination of this full moon and what it means for you, from this experience, Great Mother wants you to know that yes, you are right to assert all of who you know you are to be in your divinity. You know that there have been some things that you'd rather not share with people that have occurred this past year. these last several months, there are some awarenesses that you've gone really deep into within yourself that you feel are best to keep to yourself, even though you're crossing to this new threshold. My feeling is that because it's new, you might have some angst about whether or not you should share this information with people, or whether or not it should be integrated into your new lifestyle in a way that considers the collective, because you like things to be organized in a way that's really forthright and really open. However, the aspect of you that knows when it's best to hold something back has been pulling on you to do that with this shadow awareness about yourself, this what you may be perceiving as an embarrassment, but actually is something that you've gone through. You're right. And it's not so much out of shame, or not out of shame at all. There's never any judgment or condemnation. It is because you've done all you can do with that. Okay? That situation is done with that person, with that attitude, with that behavior, with that circumstance, whatever it was, with whatever was going on that was causing you to feel a bit of shame. That was the impetus for the inner investigation that has been so fruitful for you. Let it be. It's a beautiful thing. Just absorb that awareness, be blessed by it, and allow it to still work in your spirit. You know, when you have dreams and those things still come up, it's not because there's still, issues around it that have to be, quote unquote, dealt with. You've done all of that. You've done all that you can do. It's just kind of like a regurgitation. Sometimes when, if you ever had pipes clean or plumbing done, that sort of thing, and it's just such a pain because stuff gets clogged up, and you call the plumber out, or you get in there and you take care of it, and it's really requiring a lot of work, to break down what the clog is, or it has to be completely replaced. Some of you may feel that, your life has been completely shifted and moved, and you've been replaced, or you've replaced other people, or it may be for others of you that it was just some major adjustments or even minor adjustments that needed to be made for blocks to be resolved. In either case, you've done that work, and the challenge now for you is just to go ahead and let it clear. Okay, go ahead and let it clear. The water needs to run clear. Just after that's done with the plumbing, it's fixed. The problem's resolved. The block isn't there anymore, but you're still going to get a little bit of dirty water coming out of there because of it. That's all that is. That's all that is, Capricorn moon people. So don't even worry about it. Great Mother is letting you know that she's with you in those dreams, and she's just letting you know that in those dreams and things like that, those things that are still kind of the residual effects that you are working out in your dream state and during the day. So remember those dreams, okay? Remember those dreams, because the challenges that you still may be facing during the day may also be a reminder of those shadow things, circumstances, people, attitudes, behaviors that you have overcome in a great way, replaced or repaired or rectified, but they still have, again, this kind of backlog that the water's running through. Don't feel that you're still in the thick of it. Okay, and so during the day, when you're kind of feeling that backlash about something, try not to fall into that shame. Don't fall into that guilt. Shame is feeling bad about who we are. Guilt is feeling bad about what we do or what we've done. And so there's no need for either. There's never any judgment or condemnation, only consequences. And so we want consequences that help us to remain aware and conscious that we are following our intuitive guidance in ways that serve us. And so that is not intuitive guidance. That is an instinctual, a gut survival reaction of fear from the experience that's just residual. So embrace the experience that you're having right now. It's the season. It's coming to full light in the night. What wasn't known before is now in full light. So surrender to it. Ask for the help that you need from your angels, guides, and ancestors. They're right there. They're right there. So just surrender to it, knowing that it's being washed out. The Holy Spirit waters are washing it clear and clean. Own your beauty, Capricorn moon. You are a beautiful, beautiful moon sign. And you have so much to offer in terms of what you feel and how you feel and how you put things together in your consciousness. And so just own that, okay? Own that in a way that is surrendering to your intuitive knowing and not allowing the instinctual or the survival mind to take over that, which sometimes can happen with you because you are a consummate processor, and that is exactly what's called for in this situation is for you to embody that characteristic, that ability to process. And so just surrender to this cleansing, these waters running clear, and just let them run, and just allow yourself to reflect with gratitude that those things are leaving your life as you are coming southern hemisphere to the spring, that you will have clean water for planting. And don't worry about, again, sharing this shadow side with other people. Even if you decide to do so, that's fine. But if they don't understand, then that might be why Great Mother said that might not be something that you want to do, because they don't know your experience. They can't relate to your experience, especially at this particular time when so many of us have so many strong emotional experiences that we're undergoing, which is why this channel was started to speak directly to that. So all of us are kind of encapsulated in our own experiences processing right now, but particularly you embody that capability, and Great Mother is encouraging you to do so in this full moon phase, because as you do, you will find the center, the equilibrium that you crave. Capricorn moon people, remember, Great Mother loves you, and I do too.